Okay, so we're here, it's heating up, the product's getting through at about 70 and 63. Just to indicate how thick the product is, so the ISO, you can see it's starting to move up. So that means it's got, because it's so thick, it's creating a bit of back pressure. You'll see once it gets up to temperature, and now in the tank it's 50 and our lines are all nice and warm, you'll find that won't move at all. So that's how much difference the heat makes. So sometimes, depends on the product, you may have to have the ISO a little bit higher because it's a bit thicker, or you might have to, or just drop your resin down just to bring it back up so the pressures are even. But you'll see the difference once it heats up and we get ready to spray. Okay, so basically our product in our tanks is at 45. So we want to get it to 50. So now what we want to do is just start to cool the heater element down. At the moment we've got 78 and 76. So what we want to do is set it now to our spray temperature, which is 60 degrees. So we want to go down to 60. Oh, too far. 60. I want to go down to 60 on this one. Now, so it's about 5 degrees to what we want, so we want to drop it down now, so it gives the time for the product to get down to its spray temperature. So it will drop down, but it will keep heating the product up. At the moment, I've got 2 degrees difference between the ISO and the resin, which is basically not much at all. So what we want to do is just get this down to 60. You can see that it's dropping very, very quickly. While I'm doing that, I'll just hook up the air. Okay, so I've just hooked up the air. Now you can feel the gun is nice and warm. So I want to make sure that that's all warm, so it's all ready to go. While that's cooling down, I'm just going to go and put the gun in the spray booth. Temperature now, we're at 50 degrees on our 2 thermometers down the bottom from our pickup from our tanks. We're at 61, 60 degrees here for our supply. So when you go to spray, you want to take your drill bits. Now these are to clean the tip out. If you're doing extensive spraying, you want to have this nice and handy so you can clean your tip out if your spray isn't quite right. So you also got the small screwdriver just in case, but also you need your tool to open up the valves. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pressure up the machine, so we get that all ready. So first what we want to do is just turn our controller to the off position, and we want to put our recirc valves to the spray position, which is forward. So the arms are looking forward, everything's looking good. So we want to crank this up now. We want to go all the way up to 2.5. You can see the resin's just a little bit lower. So what we want to do is just drop this down a bit, and that just brought it up so that's all nice and even. So what we're going to do is just go into the spray booth. I'll show you how to turn the gun on, and then we'll do some spraying.